got the 5 default photos. Where can I go to get 3 other photos?
These are images that our team had, so they're not stock photos, but you could go to, a stock photo finder and download some stock images, or you can go take your own. You could hire someone to get some professional photos done of specific images you want.
So if we have photos in our computer, we click this and we can remove and replace.
Yep, so if you go in here and if I don't want this kitchen here,
yeah,
I can just hit the delete button. And now I can go and change that. So if you have
nothing to put in, so I have to have something.
Right.
Downloaded.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. We don't have any, we just have to find them ourselves, right?
Yeah, if you want to customize, yeah, either they're listing images or just stuff that maybe I'm sure you could talk to other agents and they would be actually willing to share.
Okay, now I know I can do that.
Yep. So again, those are just some very basic customizations that you can do to the website itself. Any questions on what we've gone over so far?
Chris, I have a question.
All right, once you have that set, you are now ready to go and start creating some custom pages. The first page that we're going to go over for custom creation is going to be a testimonial capture page. So this is a page where you can send people to give you a review on your services. Maybe a great idea to get it while they're in the middle of the transaction as well. So you can start building that testimonial page, which will be the second page.
What would you call that?
It's going to be a testimonial capture page. We haven't done anything with it yet. That's what we're going to be building. So to do that, again, we're going to start if we're starting from the home page, most of the stuff that we're going to be doing today for the rest of the class is going to be found in the same place. So we're going to go again on the left-hand side, you have consumer. And then if you want to create a new page on your site, you're going to have 2 options once you click on this button up here. So to create a new page, on the top right, you have a little plus button that says create a new page. You'll click on that. And then you'll have 2 options. You can either create on your agent's site, which is going to be a page on your site, which all the pages we'll be doing today will be pages on your site. Your other option would be as a landing page. That would be if you want to create an open house sign-in form or a specific single property website. That would be different from that. So what we're going to go over today, all of the ones that we're going to be doing again are going to be on my agent's site. So again, the steps to that are going to be create a new page and then on my agent's site. And then you're going to go ahead and hit this, should say add or create down there. You can't see it with my little widget there. So that's going to bring up your page creation tool. So I will say if anybody in the room or online has experience with any kind of website design, this is not like that. This is a simplistic version of a website builder. You're not going to do any kind of coding or anything like that. We're going to basically copy and paste a bunch of widgets. You got to remember, it's designed to be able to have 180,000 plus agents be able to use it. So it's really designed to keep it simple is really the mindset with a lot of this stuff. That being said, there are some creative people who have found ways to make some pages within Command, and that's what we're going to focus the rest of the class. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to create the name for this site, because it's going to put some default kind of gibberish up in there. But the one that we're going to create first is going to be testimonial capture page. You could also call it like leave me a review or something along those lines. That's really, this page naming is just for you. This is not what the public side is going to see when it gets onto your website. Once you do that, you can now start creating the body of the page itself. Now, one thing to remember with any custom page that you create, and you might want to make note of this, you have to include one of these widgets. So even though we're going to design some pages that have specifically just text box or content blocks, as they call them here, they are all required to have at least one widget on them. So for this page, we are going to, you'll see right on here, there is a testimonial capture form. So one of the widgets that is available is going to be a testimonial capture form. All you're going to do is you're going to just drag and drop that page right over there. And that's going to put the widget on your page, and then you will note that it says widget not configured. So again, that is just take the testimonial capture form, drag it and drop it into the body of the page. That's the only widget we are adding to this page. You could add some other widgets as far as like download my app or something along those lines, but we're really going to focus on just the testimonial capture widget because that's all we're going to do on this page. So once you have the widget into your form, you're then going to go in and configure that widget, which you can't see with my.
I have the wrong one up from our clients. How do I get rid of it?
From our clients.
I don't know how I got it, but.
I'm not sure. Let me come check. This is why it's a workshop.
That's right. I think I did.
Seated testimonial carousel.
Okay, so how do I make it go away?
I would go back and then come
Back here.
back and then just create a new one.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So once you have your widget on the page, you are now set to configure the widget. And this is where you can go in and you're going to tell it what to put in these boxes. So you're going to hit configure widget, and then you're going to hit testimonial capture, and then you just go ahead and click your button on
So I
there.
need to pull testimonial over.
What's that?
Which one do I need to drag over?
Testimonial capture form.
I see testimonial list.
Keep going down.
Oh, I'm gonna do that one. Okay. Now.
All right. So then you're going to have these options to get your, to customize the widget and how you want it to look. So the first thing is if you're on a team, you would just put your team name in there. So for us, for me, I'm going to put Elevate Leverage Services. Headline text, you have the option to do something like leave us a review. We would love to hear from you. Something that's going to show up. You can see on the screen here where that's going to go. So headline text is going to complete that box in the actual widget. So I am going to put leave us a review or tell us how we did.
I'm sorry, Chris, when you pause,
Yeah,
I can't get to where you're at. I missed a step.
okay.
And you said to click testimonial capture, but I can't figure out where to click.
So go up top. Scroll.
Okay, so that,
Yeah.
that never showed up.
Yeah. Do you have configure widgets? Now get back again. Now you're good.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome, yeah, no, absolutely. So headline, you're gonna put, tell us how we did. Under description, probably don't have to change that at all, but if you want to change, thank you for being a client. You can change what's gonna show up in this box. Here. So that's what you're putting in that there is gonna be that last section there.
Do you actually have to type it, Chris? 'Cause
Yeah.
it looks like it's not.
You shouldn't have to.
Okay.
I clicked save and it went off, I can save it without.
Yeah, you just hit save and apply, it's gonna be the last step. So now you can see it says, tell us how we did, instead of, so you have that option there to change that. And again, if you want to change this, you don't want to thank them for being a valued client. You can just take that out of there. Maybe. So you hit save and apply, and again, now your testimonial capture page is ready to go. So that's the creation of the page. That's really all this page is. Now we have to add this page to your website. So to do that, you're gonna go ahead first, you're gonna hit save changes. And it's gonna ask you, would you like to continue to site and app settings to publish your page? If you wanna move right to publishing it, which we're gonna do for this first page, for this first page, we're gonna publish it right away, show you what it looks like. After this, we're gonna create a few pages and then add them all together. So this time we're gonna go ahead and hit yes. We'd like to publish this page, continue to site and app settings and publish this page. So it's gonna bring you to your site and app settings, and it's gonna be agent site pages. So here on the left-hand side, you have how your website is currently gonna be configured as far as which page order it's gonna be. So you have leave a review, about Chris, contact us. We're gonna go ahead and add a page. And then all of the pages that you have created are gonna show up on there. So if you wanna create, we just got done creating testimonial capture page. We're now gonna click on that and hit continue. Now you've got page title, the URL slug, which is what's gonna show up after the /, and then finally your SEO description, which is gonna be how the search engines are going to find your page out there. So all three of those do have asterisks. They are required fields. So we're going to call this leave us a review if you're on a team. URL slug, we're going to call this review. Again, you could make that anything you want. You just has to be, you can't have 5 pages on your website called review. And then SEO description, we are going to call this let us know about your experience. Go ahead and hit save. Now you'll see it showed up here as leave us a review. Now, if I want to make that the first page on the pancake menu or the page menu on my website, I can just take that page and drag it and drop it. So if I want to make that my first page, I can just take it, move it up there and drag it. If I want to delete a page, I'm like, all right, I had a page on there called leave a review. Instead, I want to put leave us a review as the main page on there. I'm just going to click on that page, and to the right-hand side here, go ahead and hit delete. And it's going to ask you to confirm that. So now you see I have only these 3 pages here. And if you were to take a look at my website and to refresh that, already updated on there. So now we have leave us a review is updated on there. And this is just where you can send your clients. It's just a simple link to this page, and they'll be able to complete a review from you in literally 20 seconds. For address, it doesn't require everything to be in here. They would go ahead and just hit yes, I would like to recommend them, preview the testimonial. You'll be able to see what that says, and then they hit submit. So that just captured their testimonial. Now the second page that we're going to add after we answer any questions is going to be now adding all of those testimonials to your website.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
So I've gotten to the part where I hit everything saved, but it's not showing up on my website, and so I'm obviously missing that particular.
Okay.
site. So this is what's supposed to be on the website, correct?
Mhm.
So we go to the website, reload it, and this is all I have.
Under the top menu.
There we are.
Yep.
So that's where it'll all be.
Yep. So yeah, under your where it says the name of your website, essentially, and you can change this. That's where those pages are going to show up. So we have leave us a review. That's the one we just created. Yes.
You scroll down on yours, does it go down to your, that, are you able to get rid of that section at the end?
The whole section or
Just
this?
because it's at the review area and the interest of the top, like them entering their information.
No.
You can't get rid of that.
We can't get rid of that. No.
How did you get to the place where you did the URL And the title.
That is under site and app settings, and it's gonna be agent site pages. And then you go to the page itself, click on the page.
Oh. So you
It should have defaulted you there if you hit yes before. How's everybody doing on that so far?
so do you just edit it again?
You can edit it again, the page itself or the URL.
I'm trying to get to that part where it's right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go to that. And then agent site and app settings, site and app settings, and then agent site page.
Okay, thanks.
Cool, yeah, absolutely. Where else is anybody else hung up on anything so far? All good?
Like, the testimonial page I just made isn't there.
Did you add it?
Yeah.
Did you save it?
Or it would be there.
And you have, and we can go over,
No, I
any,
didn't.
you didn't save it?
I
Okay.
got it, thanks.
Yeah. Huh?
So sassy.
I need you.
Okay,
I'm still here, when you went to the other, I totally lost everything, I'm right back here.
okay, so you get testimony package, configure widgets, testimonial package. And then
Save
save
and
and file.
Okay, now, so Jackson was part of it.
Or publish meaningful times.
It's not really going on there. Yes.
I have.
Okay, so now you're gonna, select on that settings.
Yeah.
You go to
That's
agent
like I'm
site,
doing colleagues, I'm going to someplace like that.
and then down here,
We were very, reading what?
add page,
Jerry doing medieval times in Boston.
and then what do you call it?
That's, it's close.
Civic, I mean, it's really.
I've never seen it.
I've got,
I don't think that-
Your page is-
I
Go back to, go out, just go down here.
really that's you.
And then with-
Go ahead there.
You're with Riverside. You don't be at the same side.
And people can't actually access it.
I don't know. 'Cause see,
No,
you're saying.
no.
Yeah, we're shutting down.
We're gonna, the next thing we're gonna do is,
That's the difference.
the next thing we're gonna do is create a page where you can now put those testimonials on your page after you capture them. So is anybody else is anybody else stuck in anything right now? All right, awesome. How about in Zoom world? Stephanie, just saw your chat there. No, you cannot put captions under those photos on the hero images.
What did you just do? You get that?
I didn't do anything yet. So then, what's that?
Still looking at the link.
Gotcha. All right, so for the next page, let's get everybody back to the home page menu. So you want to hopefully see something which has your dashboard set up. And again, we are going to, next step is going to be to create a testimonial display page. So to do this, we're going to go down to consumer on the left-hand side. And we're going to create a new page again. And again, for all of our today, we're going to do on my agent site. And then go ahead and hit create page. And again, the first thing we're going to do is name the page.
What did you click there? Oh, amazing.
No, a site on our page, an agent
Create
page.
page.
Yeah.
I know.
We are going to call this, let's call this, testimonial display page. And again, you can just tab off that. And again, reminder, you must include at least a widget on any page that you create. So in this one, we are going to do a testimonial list. And again, we're just going to find that widget on the right-hand side. So it's the one with little quotes, and then it looks like some text in the middle of it. The other one that you could use is a testimonials carousel, which is just going to start rotating all of them. The one we're going to add is a testimonials list for today. Either way, I mean, same kind of functionality. To build the page is going to be the same exact process.
So Chris, can you go back and go, well, I'm not sure about the list, I want to switch.
You can just take that
Yeah.
widget out. Yep, absolutely. So we're going to do testimonials list, and again, drag and drop that over to the left-hand side. And it's going to show widget not configured. Once you have that widget in there, that's again the only widget we're going to add for the purposes of this class. You're going to go ahead and hit configure widgets, and then testimonials list. For our headline, we're going to put something around the lines of client reviews, or look at what our clients say about us, or something along those lines. You could use some creativity in there. And then intro text, I'm going to put, see what our clients think. Or again, whatever you want to put in there. This is your site and your page. And then you have the option to choose which of the details you want to show. So do you want to show their first name and last initial? Do you not want to put their last initial and just put their first name, their city, their state, and their neighborhood if they have it? If maybe you don't want to specifically put down where they live, you can just uncheck that. And then the last part on the widget itself is going to be which testimonials that have been captured do you want to show? So we've created a couple here. And if you took the next step and just created a sample testimonial before, they should show up on here. So you're just going to check off the ones. This is a benefit of capturing the testimonials here versus a Zillow or a Realtor. You have control over which testimonials you want to display. So if someone says Craig was a cotton-headed nigga, you can choose not to have that on here. So to do that, you just uncheck the box and then hit save and apply. And then you can see the changes that we made. We have client reviews and see what our clients think. So those are the changes that we made to that page. And now we have the testimonials in there, and they can see, you can kind of see what they're going to look like. So if you have 30 reviews on there, you can just kind of check off which one. There's going to be a scrolling page that people will be able to go see. So hopefully you'll be able to capture lots of reviews through the process. Once you have that all done, you're going to go ahead and hit save and apply. And then save changes. Now, again, this will pop up every time, and we'll go through this one more time just to make sure everybody's comfortable with it. So to this question, when it pops up, if you want to immediately publish this page on your site, you would hit yes to this question. And that's should automatically put you on the agent site pages tab on your consumer applet. Now on the left-hand side, you're going to hit add page. And now we've just created this one. It should show on the top testimonial display page. Hit continue. And now these three things are going to need to be completed. So we are going to call this page client reviews. And then best practices for naming, well, you can't use spaces on your URL slug. That's not going to be allowed. So you have two options. You can either just make it a big run-on word, or a lot of web designers do a dash in there. And then this is going to be the website URL that you're going to be sharing with people if you want to send it to specific people. And then for SEO description, put something along the lines of past client experiences, working with either yourself or the name of your team. Go ahead and hit save. So now you have client reviews that showed up on the left-hand side. If you want to make that the first page, or maybe it's under your leave us a review, you can just drag and drop and make that menu order however you want. So let's say I want to put it second. I'm going to go ahead and hit save just to make sure. And now if I were to go over and to refresh our website, and under the menu where it says the name, either your name or Keller Williams Wilmington, a lot of people have set up. You can click on that, and now we have client reviews. And now I chose not to put Kim's on there because she was saying some mean words about me. I could take that page off of there and take that doesn't automatically show up for you. So that is the second one, which is a testimonial display page. So those kind of usually correlate together. You probably wouldn't put a testimonial capture page unless you were intending on putting the testimonials on your page. So what questions do you guys have so far?
So do the testimonials have to come from that page, or can we generate them from Google or Zillow?
They have to come from that page. Now, if you have them all on Google or Zillow, you could just copy and paste them in there. It's unlike other sites, it doesn't request, you don't have to validate them. Like if you can type in a review on realtor.com and say this is from Todd, it's going to ask you for contact information for Todd. And then they're going to say, do you really say this about Todd? I mean, do you really say this, about them? So there's no validation of these testimonials. So, I mean, the downside is you could just kind of create your own, and which I just did here for these two.
For instructional purposes.
Yeah, absolutely. All of my friends.
Looks like I got a piece tonight. Thank you.
Yeah. So what questions you guys have? Let me see what the chat here was. I think we answered that one for you, Stephanie. Yeah, so you can pull, and I'm actually doing that for an agent right now where we're pulling her reviews from another site and putting them into her KW site. All right, so the next one on your, I'm sorry, do you have a question?
I think you said, I think I missed it.
Yeah.
When they do legal review, where do I find it?
So when you go into that page, which is going to be client review, sorry, I'm not going to go into the actual page itself. Testimonial display page. When you hit configure, configure widgets, on the right-hand side, they'll show up on here if you made them. So any testimonials you have will show up here. Were you able to find them, or did you create any? Okay, so yeah, you have to create them, and then they'll show up under client selected testimonials. So as they keep get added, you have to go back and just basically just say, hey, put this on the website. All right, so the download, the next one we're doing is going to be a free mobile search app. Now, many of you may have this already on your page because I believe it is a page that Scott Leroy is setting up. Do you have, I mean, some of the newer agents, do you have that says download my app?
Mm-hmm.
You do have that. Does everybody have that?
No,
No? Okay, well, Craig must be special then.
I've got it.
All right, awesome. All right, so that's the next one we're gonna do. We're gonna do free download, free mobile search app is gonna be the next page we're gonna create.
So if we already have it, we shouldn't do this, right?
And you might be able to configure it a little differently, or at the very least, you'll be able to see how you can change it if you want. So same thing, getting back to the home menu. On the left-hand side, you have consumer. In there, you have create a new page. And again, we're going to do on my agent site. Hit create page. First thing we're going to do is name it. We're gonna call it free mobile search app. And under widgets, again, it's not making, none of the pages we've designed so far haven't had a widget on them, but it does require the widget to be there. So we're gonna choose for this one, download my app. And we're gonna choose that from the right-hand side widgets, and we're just gonna drag and drop it over to the left-hand side. And then, just like we've done with the other two, we're going to do configure widgets. And then hit download my app, where the green check mark is right now. And this is where you can make some customizations to the page. So if you wanted to say, instead of download the KW app, you wanted to put check out my free check out my free mobile app, you have the ability to change that. If you wanted to change the subtext in there and put whatever you want, again, they've already done it for you. You don't have to customize that. You would go, you have the ability to change what it says here. And instead of, let's say, download app, I put download now. The button redirect URL, that's going to be your custom mobile app link. You can't change that. So that's already created for you, but that's what's going to tell the page that it's your specific link that is available. Once you get those things all configured, you're going to go ahead and save and apply. And you can see it changed the text in here. And then once you do that, you're going to go ahead and save changes. And again, the option to publish, to continue to publish this page for this time, because we're going to go hop right into the next app, the next page to design, we're going to hit no. So you'll see that brought us right back in here. And then one thing I wanted to point out to everybody is because we didn't activate that page, the page has been designed, but now it's not active on our website. On the right-hand side, you'll see that this is not an active subpage. So if you hover over the eyeball and it's green, that means it's active and you could actually go right to that page. But because that one is not, it's showing up with the eyeball is grayed out. So again, we're going to hop right into the next page to create, and then we're going to add multiples together at the end. So to create the next one, which is going to be a mortgage calculator. So this is not a native widget to the KW site, so we have to go out there, and some much smarter people than me have gone out and found the code or the widgets on other sites to put onto your KW site. So the one that we're going to choose today is going to be the mortgage calculator. So we're going to go create a new page. Same thing that we've done several times now. On my agent site, create page. We're going to name this one. We're going to call it mortgage calculator. And then from there, we are actually going to pull in, again, because none of these widgets are specifically designed to do what we're going to do. We're going to kind of really hack the system and put some code into one of the widgets that are here. So the one we're going to choose for this is going to be agent profile. So that is the one on the right-hand side with a little person that says agent profile. Once you have that, you're going to move it over to the left-hand side. And now you're going to go ahead and configure this widget. So again, that's the only widget we're adding to this page. If your marketing profile is complete, it'll look something like this. If it's not, that means you have some work to do behind there. If it just says KW, you have some work on your marketing profile to do. So from here, we're going to go to configure widgets. And we're going to basically say, okay, it's designed to be all about just Chris, but we're going to go in and copy some custom code in there. I'm going to show you guys how to find that. So we're going to go to agent profile, and then we are going to call this page Page title is going to be mortgage calculator. Role and company, we're just going to put something fun in there or just something that tells them what this is. So this is overriding what it says here, where it says lead listing agent at Royal Realtors. We are then going to call it to assist with and then bio title. We are going to put sorry, under bio title, actually, we put a space. So it does require, as you can see by the asterisk, it does require something to be in there, which is what it's going to say here. We're just going to put a space there, and basically, because it does require at least one field, one thing to be in there. Now we're going to pause, and we're going to go to an external website to go find this code for it. So the site that I'm going to recommend, and there are probably other ones that are available, but this is a nice free one, is going to be mortgagecalculator.org. So you can go to that site and find this widget.
I lost you.
And hopefully your page looks like this or something like this. Everybody there? All right, and then on the right-hand side, you're going to see widgets. The one that we're going to use is going to be full page calc. You can change your defaults here. So this is basically showing you what it's going to look like. So it's going to put some defaults in there, and then the consumer will be able to change this when they use your calculator. So we're not going to change anything in there for set up your defaults, but you could change that. We are going to go right to step 2, which is going to be copy your source code. We're just going to either highlight the thing, the field, and copy the whole thing, or if you'll notice on the right-hand side, it says copy to clipboard. So go ahead and copy that to clipboard. It should pop up that says copied. Everybody there so far? All right, then we're going to go back into our website, our page builder, and under agent bio, we're going to take all of that out. That was defaulted there if you had stuff there. And we are going to paste that code right into it. So you should have something that looks similar to this over here, where it has the HTML code has been put in there. So basically, you just had your first lesson in coding. So you just coded your own website. So congratulations on that. Once you do that, you can just confirm that the contact title, phone number, and email are good, and then you're going to hit save and apply. And now you'll see what it has done to that, the mortgage calculator to assist with home buying process, and it has put your little mortgage calculator widget right onto your website. That's pretty cool. So the first two were just training wheels that we had on there, because those were all widgets that were there. Is that working for everybody so far? All right, awesome. We're going to save and apply. We're going to save changes. Would you like to publish this page? Again, for rapid fire purposes of the class, we're going to go right on to the next one, which is going to be a similar type process. We're going to take some other code from another website with another free widget that is available to all Keller Williams agents, currently free. Go ahead and hit no to that. That should bring us, again, right back to our agent site pages. And the next one we are going to work on is going to be your a couple homekeeper widgets that you have. So there are 2 that you get for free being a Keller Williams agent. If you guys, especially I think most of the left side here are our newer agents. We've got this click over here of all these, well, Stephanie, she's not new agent, but
She sold the house.
she's already sold the house, exactly. So she's already in that crew. when you signed up and you got that very long email from Scott Leroy Marketing with all those logins, one of the ones I told you to ignore for the time being, if you took the class with me, was the HomeKeeper widgets. But your account has been activated. Now we're going to put them to use for you. So there are two that come free with your Keller Williams membership with HomeKeeper. So the one that we're going to put on first, probably have time to get through that, is going to be a real estate blog. So HomeKeeper has put together a blog already that you can just embed basically the same way with that mortgage calculator right onto your website. So if you haven't signed up for, actually activated your HomeKeeper account for the next widget that we're gonna, the next page we're gonna set up, you're probably just gonna sit and watch and take good notes on it. But we're going to configure this page and show you what this can look like on your site. So you can get, rather than going and writing your own blog, you can just take the HomeKeeper blog, and it's pretty good content, and it's branded to you. So it will say your name on all, it'll look like you wrote the blog on that, and it's pretty cool. So we're gonna go to create a new page.
So Chris, what's the other one? You said there's two free ones. So one's a blog.
So one's a blog and one is Trusted Pros. So it's a good way for you to build your network of trusted pros, and then you can send consumers to it and they can click on it, say who are the local plumbers that you recommend. It's a great networking tool for those who choose to do it. We're going to go again on my agent site, create page, and we are going to call this one real estate blog. Now for this one, so the first one, the last one we did, we used the agent profile widget and we pulled that one. So we're going to do another hack here, but with a different widget this time. We are going to use the company profile. Oh, there it is. The company profile widget. We're going to, so again, on the right-hand side, we're going to take the company profile widget and we're going to drag that over to the left-hand side. And we're going to do some customization to this page. So this is, again, I think this is one you said you messed around, or Stephanie had messed around with, was the company profile page. There are other uses for it other than just the company profile page, and one is going to be your real estate blog. So this is, again, people smarter than me have come and created this kind of little hack to create some custom pages. So once we have that widget pulled in, we're going to, once again, configure widgets, company profile, and under heading, we are going to put real estate blog. If you want to get custom, put our blog, my blog. Intro text, we are going to pause there, and we're going to skip over that, and we're going to change the header image. So let's say you didn't want this image here, and you wanted to upload a picture about something else, more about you, KW logo, something else that's going to put in there. You have the ability to change this image here. If I go ahead and clicking on that, and hopefully I've got some photo here. So you would just drag and put your photo in there, and then that will change that photo in there. And then to finish off this, the rest of this, you can update that photo if you wanted to. Section 1 image, we're going to, section 1 does require a space, yes. So it does require a space to go in there. And then again, section 1 text, we're going to put a space there.
I need to go back and watch it
Section
again.
1 image, we're
I
going
got
to
hung up in
delete.
the place this morning.
Section 2 heading, we're going to, it doesn't require. Section 2 text, we're going to delete. And section 2 image, we're going to delete that. So once you have all of that, you're now ready to go out and find your widget. So to go ahead and do that, you would go to the marketplace, and you would have this, if you signed up and connected it, you'll have this in your marketplace under command. I want to leave this page. So the marketplace is going to show up over here on the right-hand side. And in there, if you just search Homekeeper, and there's no E in the Homekeeper for this one. And if you want to connect it, you would just go ahead and hit, mine is view details because I'm already connected. And then you just hit manage app. And my company already has this application. So when I go in there, it's going to say you're already subscribed. So once you connect that, you're able to then get your login information to Homekeeper, which is going to be pros.homekeeper.com. You'll create your username and all these instructions for this, once you go back and get these widgets configured, are in here as well. Once you get to your Homekeeper page, on the left-hand side, you have my dashboard. If you scroll down under my widgets, and you would hit embed widget. And this is the key point here. You'll want to make sure that you choose the one that says iframe. And you're going to go ahead, copy code. It's going to show you what this is. Oh, no. Sorry. Embed widget. And I'm going to go to my blog widget instead of my trusted pros widget. And under my blog widget, I want to copy code. You'll see it shows copied. And this is a preview of what your blog is going to look like, or at least what it would look like in this code. Once you have that code copied, you're going to go back into command.
Which one did you copy, the first or second one?
The second one, it's the one that's iframe. Yep. Just out of curiosity, how many people are connected? Taylor's connected, Cherry's connected, sounds like Stephanie or Courtney are. So you're going to then take that text and it's going to go under intro text. So that code that we just copied is going to go under intro text. So similar process to what we did with the mortgage calculator. Paste that code in there, and then you're going to go ahead and hit save and apply. And now you've seen it says my blog. And now your blog is active on your page in the same exact way that the mortgage calculator was. So you go ahead, save and apply. And then the final step to that is going to be save changes. And then before we finish off this one, what questions do we have? So now the final step is going to be to add those 3 pages that we just created at the same time. And now you'll have a pretty comprehensive custom website. No questions? I think I had one question here from the chat. All right. So once we get there, we're going to hit, would you like to publish, continue to site and app settings to publish your page? We're going to go ahead and hit yes. And under agent site page on the left-hand side, we're going to hit add pages or add page. And the first one we're going to do is, because we just created 3 of these, if you remember, we created the mobile search app, the mortgage calculator, and the real estate blog. So we're going to add the first one. Go ahead and hit continue. We're just going to call this free mobile search. Call the URL. It's going to be mobile app. Again, you can make that whatever you want to. If you want to put a dash there, you can do that. Only thing you can't add is spaces. SEO description, we're going to put homes, search homes for sale on your mobile device. Go ahead and hit save. Now you'll see that showed up on there. We're going to go right into the next one that we created. We're going to do add page. Now we're gonna do mortgage calculator. Hit continue. For that page title, we're gonna call it mortgage calculator. URL slug, we'll call it mortgage space calculator.
Just let it sit there and you go sit there for a week.
Because I got my computer in there.
Huh?
I got it because it's a class about the computer.
SEO description, we'll put use our free mortgage calculator tool.
Cooperate
Go
my
ahead
computer.
and save. Now you'll see we've added 2 pages. And then the final one is
Yes,
gonna be real estate blog.
I'm impatient.
Continue. Call it my blog. URL slug will be blog.
Hey, Chris.
Call it whatever you wanted to here. We're gonna call it real estate blog and updates. Go ahead and save. And then you have the option to, now your final is just kind of configuring the menu, how you want it to look. You can drag and drop. Once you've done that, to see your final product, let's go ahead and refresh our website. And now under the Elevate Leverage Services menu or Keller Wilmington, you should see all of these pages that we've added. You can add, and just a final note on this, you can add up to 10 pages on your website. That is the current limit of number of pages that you can add. And in the handout there are a couple other custom pages that for time purposes, we did not have a chance to get to, but they're all kind of created along that same process. So you can see what that blog looks like as an example on your page. You've got all of these pre-written blocks for you. You can see, I mean, this came out Monday, so it's current information. If you were to click on it, you'll see what that blog looks like. Again, it's branded to you, and the information that you set up at HomeKeeper gives you authorship of the blog itself. So that is custom agent sites in a rapid fire workshop format. What questions, ahas, takeaways do you guys have for today?
Listen, I'm gonna go to Google, and my resume.
You ready? You got coding. You're a coding
Ready to
expert.
code?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just need a monster and also.
Yes, Lori, I'll drop in the chat for those on Zoom. We do offer these services for setup for people in the room. I did give the flyer. If you're like, oh my God, I will never do that, and I recognize the value of it. It is $195 for us to set all of this stuff up for you. And then we'll set up the pages, just the specific pages that you want, not all of them. So what questions do you guys have?
All right, what other cool widgets are out there that you've seen?
I mean, you could take any, I mean, there are a lot of, I mean, there are other mortgage calculator ones. I've seen some cool creations of using Keller Mortgage instead of the mortgage calculator. There's some cool widgets on there. The trusted resource one, if you go and build your network, is a great tool to be able to give your clients. Another one that we didn't get to in here is Great Schools. So you can embed a great school search right on your site. So people, because of course we're not supposed to tell them to be in this school or that other school. We can let them choose on their own which school they want to be in. And the Great Schools app, you can put that on your page, and it's the same concept as the mortgage calculator. It's just embedding that HTML code. So what questions do we have out there?
For the photos, when we go to replace them, is there an ideal size that we should be using?
It does say it on the box when you delete them. Like I want to say the small ones are like 300 by 300 or 360 by 360. They're pretty small, and they can't be over 1 megabyte. So they gotta be small and not big files. What other questions?
Where do most people ask for testimonials? Like what, Facebook?
I mean, historically, it's definitely been, like, I stored mine on Zillow for years.
Okay,
Now, the downside of that is, again, like, if you're now directing your past clients and friends and family to Zillow. Zillow is going to do a better job following up than you are. So you run the risk of then you're giving them to your competition and they're going to do a better job. They have more money to follow up with them than you do. So this gives you the option, which we didn't have for a long time, to keep your reviews in where you want them and have control over them, as opposed to, I mean, Google isn't really Google, Zillow, and Realtor are usually where real estate agents house them. Another one that you can use is Real Satisfied. That's like a real estate specific testimonial that they'll send out on your behalf. But again, it's more, the challenge that we've always had is getting them to fill them out. And it's because you've got to send them there. If this allows you to be like, you can just write up some nice words about me and you can copy and paste it in there, as opposed to them having to go to that link and do it. So some bonus of it. All right, what other questions you guys have? Anybody in Zoom world have any other questions? All right, well,
Chris, how can we get a
12:34,
copy of
a
your?
little bit. We are there. If anybody has any kind of questions, I can hang around for a few minutes, or if you hit any roadblocks in the workshop, let me know. Thank you all for coming on Zoom, and thank you guys for attending here today in person. Thank you. Bye, guys.
Chris, I think you said